Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, why should I trust in this guy? How is he going to take my message and vision and help me project it into the world to completely and utterly change my life? Well, I can answer that question with one statement. It's because I am you and you are me. We are one and the same because, just like you, I was once unsatisfied with my life a very long time ago, and I was at a very low point in my life, dissatisfied. I was entrenched in a lot of pain and suffering, and that held me back. It made me unfulfilled. But what I found is that once you accept that kind of lifestyle and you refuse to pull out of it, your life keeps going down and down and down and down until you hit rock bottom. But it is not until you see rock bottom and the pain and suffering as something that works with you, that allows you to pull yourself up out of that and walk towards a better life, that things start to change, right? Because sometimes it is not until we have completely lost everything that we are truly and utterly free to follow our hearts and do anything that we truly want to do. Because there are no gains without pain, right? Pain is something that's there to tell you, hey, look, this thing, it's not working. Address it. Come to terms with where you're at in your life, in the here and now, and work to get a better life in front of you. And guess what? That's exactly what I did. I had so much pain in my life. I was so unfulfilled. I sat down and I made a pact with myself. I said, from this point forward, I'm going to do whatever it takes to rise up out of this situation, out of this muck, if you will, and build a life that's worth living. So what I did was, I had this desire. I wanted something better. I wanted nothing more than improving my life. I woke up with this desire. I ate with this desire. I hung out with my friends with this desire, and I went to sleep with it. It completely and utterly, was permeating every facet of my life. And then what I did, I took that desire and I entrenched it in a pool of faith. I believed that it could happen. And the fact that I believed it could happen allowed me to take action, rise up out of my situation, make a difference, and take my vision, that message that was trapped in the bottle, was trapped inside of me, to put together an actionable plan that could allow me to go into the world and make stuff happen. Take massive action, right? So what I did was, I decided that I was going to go to any length possible to make this happen. I completely and utterly changed the way in which I looked at the world, I perceived things. I went from being a very negative person to one of the most positive people you could ever meet, right? I changed my perception of the world because things around you are a reflection of your internal world, right? So in order to have better results externally, you have to work on yourself internally. I completely changed my mindset to my paradigms to be more conducive for success, such that I could pave a track record of excellence. I put together this plan. I made time to actually execute it, and then I just worked on myself for years, right? I surrounded myself with success. I dreamed about success. And I did whatever it took to rise up out of that and, come to fruition, to allow myself to blossom into this great individual that I want to lead. And eventually, after I stuck to the plan, I woke up one day, I was completely and utterly happy. But it wasn't a happiness that was short, temporary, that was fleeting, right? Because a lot of us are conditioned to want instant gratification, right? We want to minimize time, energy, and effort and maximize the results out of a situation, but when you buy into that, which I call the path of least resistance, when you don't challenge yourself, rise up to the challenge of life, you get results that are temporary, that are not as fulfilling, that are not sustainable. And for example, you can go out and watch TV, and that's great for the moment, but you're watching TV and then you're not. You can, maybe you have drugs as a diversion, and you can be high and then you're not. You can have a relationship that is not founded from the beginning, that you're in it just for what it can give you, not what you can provide. You go into it without your cup filled, and you can be it and then you're not. You see, these these actions of stimulation, of fulfillment and happiness that people are drawn to, they're temporary, they're fleeting, they run away very quickly, almost as instantly as you get them. And the problem with this is that they're unsustainable. But when you live a life that is connected with your dreams, your values, and your purpose, and you project that into reality and you're living what you want to live, you build a sustainable happiness, because every single moment is a moment that's connected with your dreams. It's a moment that's living out this message inside of you that was trapped for so long. And that's what I did. I woke up and I was so happy because I didn't have to take effort to do what I was doing, because it was connected to my values and it was a realization of everything I wanted to do. Okay, so what I did after I got this got to this point in my life, going from rock bottom all the way up to my dreams in the sky, when I reached out and grabbed those dreams and integrated them into my life, what I did, I sat down and I realized that this was one of the most epic journeys of my entire life, and I dedicated myself to helping you guys, because I never, ever want to see somebody else who is dissatisfied, who is in pain, who is depressed, have to deal with that and not have the resources and people available and that hand reaching out to them that could grab their hand, pull them up above the surface, and allow them to realize that the dream they wish to live is waiting right there for them. They just have to have the proper mindset. They just have to have a plan that can work with them, and they have to stick to it, and eventually they will lead the life they wish to lead. So what I did, I took that journey, condensed it down into a replicable recipe that I can give to you and guide you towards the life you want to live. And that's how the Kaizen effect was born. So what I intend to do in these life coaching services that are going to completely and utterly change your life and leave long-lasting change with a lot of meaning in your life is I'm going to take my journey and I'm going to put you on that same path such that you can have the same epiphanies, you can have the same experiences, and you can completely and utterly be brought to tears from the happiness this evokes in your life and live the life you wish to lead. And this is done by living a process that I've put together. It's a 4-step process. The different steps in this process which guide you along the journey I went through are, first, the dismantling process, where we're going to take your mind, we're going to work on forming a foundation that can support your dreams and put you in the right mindset that allows you to attain success. And then we're going to move on to the blueprinting phase, which is intended to help you plan out your life, figure out what your purpose is, what your values are, connect them all together, project that into the present moment. And then we're going to move on to the execution phase, where you take that blueprint and work to build it up on that foundation we put together in the first phase, such that you build this nice empire of your life, maximize your results, and live the life that you want to live. And once you build that empire, once you realize that it's possible to change, it's possible to live the life that you want to live, we're going to move on to the final stage, the final phase, which is the synergy phase. That's where you take everything you built up, this nice framework inside of you, join forces with other people around you, increase your capital, and take your dreams, your vision, and amplify the impact that you can have upon the world. And when you go through this journey, like I said, you're going to find true sustainable happiness. It's not going to be something that's temporary and fleeting. That's going to be instant gratification, such as eating a good meal, having a drink, drinking alcohol, being in an unfulfilling relationship, trying to suck energy out of people, because you're going to be completely and utterly transformed. You're going to be the difference. You're going to be vibrating at a frequency that's so rapid, that's so much above everybody around you, and you're going to invite the events you want into your life. You're going to be a completely and utterly different individual, and you're going to live the dream that you were meant